Hello and welcome to this Oracle card reading for fall 2018. This is going to be a pick a card reading, and I'm going to pull just the overall energies for you based on the card that you pick, the Law of Attraction card. I'm also going to do an abundance reading, a career reading, and a love and relationships reading, which don't necessarily mean romantic partnerships, although they can, just any relationship. So let's get started. My name is Rachael from Reiki with Rachael. You can find all of my information below. You can check out more of my services. I am an energy healer. I'm a card reader. You can find more about those services and booking a private session on my website, reikiwithrachel.com. There's a fuzzy flying in front of my face. I also encourage you to check out my Instagram, and I am doing daily cards on there and just different fun energy stuff. Also, I am going to, starting the first day of fall, I'm going to do a 21 days of energy challenge. So every single day I'm going to put out a new video, nothing too long or crazy, and I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck, reflecting the energy for that day. We're going to talk briefly about it, and then I'm going to do a 5-minute energy healing session, just to help us align with everything that's going on and help you in whatever way that you need. Okay, so lots of good stuff going on. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly show you the cards, and all you have to do is pick which one resonates the most with you. This could be for any reason. I encourage you not to overthink it, and I'm going to do a reading based on the card that you pick. So, these are from the Law of Attraction cards by Abraham Hicks. I'm going to cover up what the card says and just have you see the picture. This is card number 1. I'm also going to timestamp it in the notes so you can see where your reading begins. Card number 2. Card number 3. Okay, so really quickly again. Here's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 1. If you want to stick around for all of them, you know this is a collective consciousness, it's a collective group, so what's going on for one person is likely going on at some level for others. That's just the way that things work out, but if not, then check out the notes to see where your reading is going to start. Okay, so for those of us who picked number 1, this is card number 10. 10 in numerology goes back to 1, and this is really signifying new beginnings for you. What the card says, and this is the Law of Attraction card by Abraham Hicks, there is nothing I cannot be, do, or have. It's almost like we are having a fresh start. Let me read what this card says in the back. Welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day of your life, experience knowing that your real work is to decide what you want and then focus upon that. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want. And once you have decided, giving thought only to that. This is a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning for all of us, but this card is really saying if you pick number 1, it is time to shift your focus. If you have been used to focusing on what you want but don't have, know that what you want, you can have, and it's up to you. You have the power. The power lies in your intention, in your energy, and in your focus. So where do you focus your attention? So let's get a little bit more clarity on, I pulled 3 Soul's Journey cards. to get the overall energies for you this fall, okay? So what we got was the health card, health, discipline, and fear. So let me go into what I'm getting for these cards. So the first card is something that either you have already done or it's your focus coming into this new season of fall, and this is health. And what it says is, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Feeling like if you got this card, there's been some neglect, and it doesn't have to necessarily be on a physical level. It could be mentally, it can be spiritually, but this could be something that was recently brought to your attention. And this card is really saying that if you have not focused on making sure that you're healthy, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, meditating, getting out in nature, fall is a beautiful time. And if you're on the other side of the world, then spring is upon you, and that's also a beautiful time. We can still get out in nature. How are you treating yourself? Are you putting everybody before you? Have you recently had a health wake-up call? If health has been something that you have been encouraged to focus on, maybe you've had a scare, maybe you just know that it is time to treat you. Treat your body with respect. Treat your mind with respect by thinking positive, beautiful thoughts. I encourage you to check out some of my Reiki energy healings. I have one that is just for health here on YouTube. It's 10 minutes long. And just do that this upcoming week and see what comes up. So the second card that we got was discipline, and it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And this so much goes with this first card. This is exactly what it is talking about. There's nothing I cannot be, do, or have. But it requires discipline. This requires, and this could go along with the health card. But you know, when I see health, I do think physical health, but I think so much of mental health. And mental health stems from, there's biology involved, neurotransmitters and things like that with mental health. But on just a day-to-day level, mental health has so much to do with your thoughts and your focus and where you are putting your focus, how you are using your energy. Are you using your energy to worry? Are you using your energy, are you wasting it in indecision? What this card is saying, what this discipline card is saying is right now, because this is the card for the present time. What is going on right now? What's going to move you forward? You are really being encouraged to discipline your behavior, to discipline your thoughts. And I don't want this to sound like a lecture, like you should do this and you're not living the best life you can. That's not at all what it's saying. You know, we all have a very hard time living in a way that we know is going to bring us our best life possible. So we all know we should probably wake up, meditate for 30 minutes, an hour. We should take a walk outside. We should eat a healthy breakfast. Like, we all know those are things we should do. We all know that we should keep our thoughts positive and focus on what we want to attract and not what we lack in our lives. Like, we all know that. But the problem is we get stuck in these energy patterns. We get stuck in these behavior patterns. And so we're never going to get to that next level until we start to shift some of these. So this card is really encouraging you to take a look at what in your life is out of balance. And I think that's really what the health card is saying. This could be physically, but it could be just your habits, mindset, anything that doesn't align with the life that you want and the person you know you are. The person you are beneath all of the negative energy, the blockages, all that kind of stuff. Like the person that you know you can become. You already are that person. We just have to discipline ourselves and start living in a way that will allow this person that we really are to shine through. And it requires discipline. I mean, it just really comes down to that. So where in your life This week in particular, can you implement a little more discipline? If you would imagine your perfect future self, how does that person live? Do that this week. And if you do, then the last card is fear, so don't get afraid that the last card is fear. Let me read it to you. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. If you're able to discipline yourself to live in the way that your future self would live, you are going to shift into a new energy. You're going to shift out of that fear energy, out of that lower vibration, and you are going to push yourself into that higher vibration of love. That's what this fear card is saying. It just takes the discipline. And you know where you're not as healthy as you can be. We all have some area. It's absolutely said without judgment. We are human. Focus on disciplining yourself and know that if you can discipline yourself with enough intention, with enough focus, with enough attention, you are going to shift your energy patterns. And that's really going to elicit an incredible change this fall season. You are setting the tone for the rest of the year as well as the beginning of 2019. Pretty cool cards. Let's see what your abundance card is. Abundance mindset. Yeah, right? What we were just talking about. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So, what I just talked about pretty much, think as if you were already abundant. If you already had the abundance, and this absolutely can be riches and wealth and money and houses and cars, or whatever you want. But it can also be an abundance of love, an abundance of relationships, an abundance of opportunities, an abundance of travel, like whatever that is. You are being so encouraged this fall season to get your focus on track. You already have that abundance. You already live the life that you want to live. Start today. Start today. Don't say this is in the future. You are already living it. Get in that mindset. It's not a one day, someday in the future. This fall is about transformation. And if you picked these cards, your higher self is saying that before you can reach that physical transformation, you have to work on the inside. And everything then is going to fall into place, including the abundance that you want in your life. All right, let's look at your work. This is so cool. Let's look at your work and career and life purpose card. Whoops, blocks lifted. I'll show you the picture. And the card says previous obstacles came from fear and they are now lifted away. I don't think I had to say anymore. I mean, it's all coming down to the one thing. It's shifting into that higher vibration. And what it's telling you is once you do what you want for your life purpose, what you know your life purpose is, what you want for your career, how you're going to get the abundance in your life, comes down to what you focus on. You are in control. Okay, let's see what the relationship one is. Oh, this is good too. Relationships, partnerships, whatever this means for you. This can be with spouses, this can be with children, with parents, with friends, coworkers, the relationship with yourself, whatever you want to focus on this fall season, domestic harmony. Everything's falling into place. You don't have to worry. That fear card came up because in the past, you lived from a place of fear. When you thought about your relationships, it came from a place of fear, perhaps unworthiness. When you thought about your career or abundance, it came from a lack mentality. Once you shift, you need to trust. You need to trust that once you shift your focus, your perspective, once you start living as if you are living your perfect life, everything is just going to fall into place. It's like almost like I feel like I could just sigh relief right now for you. The struggle's over. The struggle is absolutely over. The blocks are lifted. You have domestic harmony. This could be with your children. It can be with your spouse, your relationship, who you are, how you feel about yourself, your self-love, your self-worth is coming into harmony, and it all stems. Every single piece of it stems in believing there's nothing I cannot be, do, or have, coming from every single thing in your life from that space. Knowing that. Reminding yourself of that. Using, where is it? Discipline. Using discipline every single day. And I know it doesn't sound easy to use to have to be disciplined. Like nobody really likes that word. But it's a lot easier than struggling. If you discipline your focus, you don't have to struggle to try to get everything else. Okay. Whew. Well, thank you so much, card 1 pickers. I'm going to move on to card number 2 now. So if you pick card number 2, the law of attraction card that you got states action inspired from aligned thoughts is joyful action. I'll show you the picture one more time. This person looks like super happy, just kind of running through the forest. And let me read it. Action offered from a place of contradicted thought is hard, unsatisfying work and does not yield good results. I'm going to read that one more time because I messed it up a little bit. Action offered from a place of contradicted thought is hard, unsatisfying work and does not yield good results. But when you feel good about jumping into action, that is a clear sign that you are not offering thoughts that are contradictory to your own desires. This card, if you pick this card, I am getting that in the past, you've tried to make things work, but you had a lot of indecisive thoughts. You had a lot of indecision, a lot of thoughts that contradicted what you were trying to do. And if you picked this card, you have gotten divine guidance. And it's saying that action inspired from aligned thoughts is joyful action. So there is, moving into fall, there's not going to be this uphill battle for you anymore. And I know that we've gotten quite used to that. We've gotten quite used to the struggle. Everything that you do, if you cannot do it with joy, that's a time to check in. Why is this not joyful for you? That's going to be your guidance. Follow your joy. And if something is not joyful, then check in. Is it what you're doing? And if you say, no, I love what I'm doing, then what are you thinking? Where are you coming from in your mind? Is there a lot of fear there? Is there a lot of doubt still? That's a time to step back and work through those and then come back to the action with joy. So I picked 3 of the Soul's Journey cards, and this is just going to give us the overall, oh, these are good. Okay, cool. The overall energy. These are perfect. Okay. So this is the overall energy moving into fall. The first card that you pulled, or that I pulled for you, is an energy that we're just working through now. The second one is really what's going to be going on the whole course of fall, and then the third one is the end result. So I'll show you what you got. You got freedom as your first one. Honesty as your second one. And service as your last one. So let me just, let me see what I'm getting. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense with the card that you picked, the Law of Attraction card that you picked. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. That's exactly what that other card was saying. You have come to a place where you know what's going to make you happy. We have gotten over the hurdle. We've gotten over the struggle. We tried all of the stuff that just wasn't working, and we're at a place now where we know what makes us happy. And maybe you're not quite there, because this can be a card that either you just came to the realization of, or it's going to be what's starting off this fall season. So if you're like, I don't know what she's talking about, I must have picked the wrong card. You didn't, okay? But you're gonna find this freedom in the beginning of fall. Trust it. Follow your joy. You got over the hurdle. And then the second card is really the overall energy. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I expect it from myself. Be honest with yourself. What brings you joy? And like I mentioned before, if it doesn't bring you joy, that's when you have to do some introspection. You have to say, am I in the right field? Am I doing what's making me happy? And if you take a step back, like, yeah, I know this is going to make me happy, then that's when you have to look within and say, what's going on within me? Am I still holding on to these blocks? Am I still holding on to a lot of fear and doubt? And work through that. Do meditations. Do energy healings. I have tons of energy healings on YouTube. Do affirmations. Did I say that? Affirmations, meditations. Do what you need to do to get to a place where you can really bring joy into everything. And you have to be honest with yourself. Do you know what's going to make you happy, but you're scared? Are you scared that others are going to judge you, that others just aren't going to get it? I know for myself, stepping into this business, I'm doing some things that others haven't done before. So for my energy healing downloads, that's not something that others have done, but it was divinely guided, and I love doing it so much. So I have to continue to tell myself and be honest with myself, like, this was divine guidance I was given. I know that I can help millions of people. I know that I can shift. I can help make this energy shift in our planet right now, in the collective consciousness. But there's a part of me that's terrified of judgment. And that's, if any of this resonates with you, it's a time to be honest with yourself. And then the final card that I got for you was service. I feel good when I can help others. I feel like if you picked this card, you are some sort of light worker. You have something that you can bring to this world. And you finally have been able to step into it, or you will be stepping into it this fall. You're going to be helping others. Okay. That's beautiful. Let's see what your abundance card has to say. Okay. This makes sense. Deservingness. I feel like, let me read it and then we'll go forward. You are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. You, most likely, your biggest hurdle to this life purpose, as many fellow light workers have, is this feeling of deservingness, this feeling of worthiness. Not feeling like what our gifts, not feeling like we have the gifts that others will need, will use, that if we try to bring them to the world, we're going to face judgment, and we're scared. We're scared to come out as our authentic selves. And we watch YouTube videos and we see people who are like making a living doing the kind of stuff that we know we can do, but there's a part of us that's holding us back. And what is holding us back is the feeling that we do not deserve, that everybody else is somehow better than we are. We need to push through this. That's what you need to come from joy. You need to come from joy. That's what all the cards are saying. Come from your joy, from your life purpose. Know that you deserve. Know that you can make a living following your life purpose. Or maybe it's not about the money. Maybe it's just an abundance of support, an abundance of relationships. Know that you deserve the support from others. Know that you can step forward as yourself, and there are going to be people who are like, yes, do it. Focus on that. Don't focus on the potential of being judged, the potential of all this fear that's coming up. Focus on your worthiness. So along the same, oh yes, I forgot, 2 cards came out for you for abundance. The second one is unlimited ideas. So this is cool because I picked one for all the other ones, but 2 came out for you. So your second abundance card says, your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action and allow the ideas to come to fruition. Okay, so I don't really need to talk much about that card because it's everything that we've been talking about. You have unique gifts. You are a light being. You are a light worker. You have something that you can bring to this world. Trust it and know that you deserve it. Okay, so I pulled a card. This is your career and life purpose card, okay? Have confidence in your creations. Trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. Again, I have nothing else to say. It's all saying the same thing. Have confidence. Know you're worthy. Know you deserve. Do everything that you can right now. The world needs you. It needs your divinely guided gifts. It needs you to put those divinely guided ideas into action. The absolutely only thing that's going to stop you is you. Is your fear, is the feelings that you don't deserve. The last card I pulled is for your relationships. And this can mean for your partnerships, it can mean for your family. But you know what, for you, I think it means with everybody. I think that this card that I pulled for you is not just the relationships that you have in your small little group. It absolutely can be, but I think for you, it's that, but even more. The card that I pulled was spirituality. Your relationships are going to be growing on a spiritual level. You're going to be building spiritual relationships. You are really, really stepping into a new path here. One that is centered around some sort of service, divinely guided ideas that you're going to turn into action. You got the service card that you're going to help others. For your relationship card, you got spirituality. Every card is saying the same thing. This is powerful. If you pick number 2, you are powerful. Let me know in the comments how this all resonates with you. Maybe what your ideas are. I would love to connect with you, honestly. That's amazing. Okay. Thank you for listening. We're going to move on to card number 3 now. So card number 3, last but not least, you actually, okay, so I showed you this first card, but you actually pulled 2 cards. 2 cards came out whenever I was pulling cards from the Law of Attraction deck by Abraham Hicks. I said, okay, this is for those who resonate with the third choice. And 2 cards came out. This was the one that I was guided to show you, but I'm going to show you both of the Law of Attraction cards. So the one that you picked said, my life is unlimited in every respect. Okay? And then the second one that came out for you says, I understand the rules of the game of life. So let me read what the backs say. I recognize that I am unlimited in all facets of my life. I see my financial balance as unlimited, so nothing I am choosing is limited by money. For I know I am a magnet and I attract whatever level of prosperity, health, and relationships I choose. Let's read the second one. Now that I understand the rules of the game of eternal life, now that I understand the powerful law of attraction and deliberate creation, I can pre-pave segment by segment my life experience into becoming the allower I was born to be, for I'm destined for a life of fulfillment and never-ending joy. Wow, fall is going to be good for you. You just have to stay in the mindset of attracting what you want into your life. And it's going to happen on multiple levels. I mean, this isn't just like, if you pick this, it's not just attracting that relationship you want. It's not just making more money. Like, you're doing it like in almost every single area of your life. This is a very transformative time for you. These cards are really just encouraging you to recognize that. Don't doubt it. Trust it. And so, oh yeah. You have all of the cards that are coming out for you apparently, which makes sense. If you are really, if going forward through this fall, there are multiple areas of your life that are going to be transforming, it would make sense that you would actually pull more cards than the other two groups. So, the overall energies that I pulled for you for fall, typically I pull 3 cards, but 4 came out. So, the first card that we got was Courage, and I'll show you that, and then I'll go over what they mean. Love. Self-esteem, and as I pulled self-esteem, Judgment came with it. So those go together. Those are the last 2 that go together. Okay, so the first card that I pulled, this Courage card. This is this is an energy that you're currently going through, or it's an energy that you just went through. So it's either something that you just came to the realization of, or it's something that's going to start you off for fall. And it says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This goes along with the first cards, like, you know that you're a deliberate creator now. You know that you can step into your life purpose. You know that you deserve the love and the prosperity and the abundance and the success and all of it. And so you are finally pushing through fear, because fear has been holding you back for far too long. And so you are saying, no, you're like, I know this is scary, but there is a part of me that also knows I'm going to make it work. And that is what we're beginning this fall season with. So the second card is so beautiful. And this is really the overall energy of all this fall season, of your transformation. And the underlying energy of it all is love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Again, you have come to the realization that you are a creator. So you are going to now look for the love in your creations. You're going to look for the love in yourself, and you're going to come from a place of love in everything that you do. And then the final cards that you got were self-esteem and judgment. And let me read these. Now these are, the courage begins this fall season, and then the love is the underlying energy that you put into everything, that you're encouraged to put into everything. We still have free will. So you're encouraged to come from that place of love with everything. And if you do, that the result of this fall season and going forward is self-esteem, saying I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. You are finally letting go of the judgments. You're kind of like coming from a place, by the end of this fall season, you're coming from a place of like, this is me. I am who I am. And you know what? You are who you are, and I don't have time to judge you. Like, I don't want to judge you. I want to come from a place of love for myself and for others. Like, you don't have time for the petty judgment. You just don't have time for that crap. You are so, by the end of this fall season, you are going to be so grounded in yourself if you're able to stay in that loving energy. So again, the free will piece, you can just kind of lay back and do what you've always done, and you're not going to get there. But if you are very determined, which is the feeling that I get, like there is a determination within you that is so strong. So I know that if you're watching this, you're like, nah, I'm going to find that place of love, and I'm going to present this to the world, and everything I do, I'm going to do it in a loving way. Like, I can just feel that. And once you really hold tight with that energy, by the end of this fall season, you are just going to have such a sense of unconditional love for yourself, for your creations, for the world. It's going to be beautiful. So we're going to see what your abundance and relationship and career cards are, but that's just the overall energy, and that's beautiful. And it really goes along with this abundance card. So I pulled an abundance card for you, and the abundance card that you got was positivity, faith, and optimism. So I'll show you the picture of it. And I'll read to you what the card says. It says, you open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. That's exactly what all the other cards were telling you. It was telling you to come from this place of love and positivity. And this is not to say that you're not going to face any challenges, but you are going to face them in a whole new way, a way that you never have before. You are stepping into who you truly are. So in the past, you may have allowed those temporary setbacks to push you down. You may have allowed them to really, knock your confidence back a level or two. But you're transforming. And just like the beginning of the very first card said, it's not just in one area. It's in everything. So this is how you're going to find the abundance. The abundance is just going to naturally come to you once you come from that place of love. So let's look at the career and also your life purpose. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. That's interesting. All right. I'll show you the cards, and then I'm going to read them to you. So you first got nurture yourself, and then you got retreat. And again, just like with all the other cards, 2 came out for you, and I only pulled 1. There's a lot of energy behind you right now. So the nurture yourself says, investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for you later. And the retreat card says to block out distractions, spend quiet time alone so that you can focus on your priorities. With everything that you're going through, you are being encouraged to just become so centered and strong within yourself. So whenever you are thinking of your life purpose or your career over this fall season, there's not action yet for you. It's going to come to you, but you're going to need to reach this place within yourself where you're very confident and you can step into it as this new evolved person that you're becoming throughout the course of this whole season. So, with the abundance card, it's saying keep optimistic. With this life purpose card, it's saying just go within and find your center. Be that source of love. And know that it's going to come. So I don't want that to be disappointing for anybody who's like, oh my gosh, I just want to get this show on the road. It's going to come, but you have to first develop into the person that you know you truly are before you're able to step into your life purpose or to a career that aligns with you. That's perfect for you. So, okay. So the last cards that I pulled were relationship and partnership cards. So this can be relationships that you have with your family. It can be with your spouse, partners. It can be with your children. I'm feeling like this is a lot of the relationship you have with yourself, though. So the first card that I pulled for you was parenting. And I actually wanted a clarifying card, so I asked for another card, and the card that I got was patience. So you can read this in one or two ways. If you are a parent, as you are stepping into who you really are as a person, you are setting such an example for your children. This card also is indicating that during this fall season, it's a good time to exhibit patience, to understand that your kids are also on their own journey. And so that's one way to interpret the cards. The cards, as I am reading them and what I'm really feeling, is the parenting is for your inner child. You're healing your inner child. And you have to have patience with yourself. This is a process that's going to be going on during this entire fall season. This is how you are going to be able to step into the truest version of yourself. This is how you're going to be able to come from that place of unconditional love and not that place of fear anymore. So what do you need to do to heal that inner child, to tell that inner child it's okay, to make yourself feel secure? You are really being encouraged to, with the life purpose and the career cards, to go within, to do what you need to do. You are doing so much work this fall season on yourself. And it's not even so much about like healing and releasing blocks. This is really just building yourself up. So even though there's not a whole lot of action for you, there's so much going on that I feel like once we're at the end of this fall, everything is going to start falling into place for you. Okay. Thank you so much for checking out this oracle card reading. My name is Rachel from Reiki with Rachael. All my information is in the notes from my website and Instagram account and all that good stuff. I wish you the best of luck this fall. Please stay in touch. There is a 21-day energy challenge where I pull a card every single day for the whole first 21 days of fall. So I encourage you to tune into that as well. All right. I'll talk with you next time. Love and light.